This is going to be a speed run. Ready? 1. Does the injection hurt? No, not really. It's the world's tiniest needle, and by the time it's gone in, it's no longer a problem. 2, can I store my medication in the fridge? Yes, I do. Some people store it outside the fridge. I store mine in the fridge. Does it make a difference? No. 3, is it hard to get hold of this jab? If you go through the NHS, you have to jump through the hoops. You have to have 4 comorbidities. Well, basically that means you've got to have additional things on top of you being fat. So high blood pressure, diabetes, that kind of stuff. High BMI. You have to have a BMI over 38, I believe now. When it comes to other locations, I got my jab through MedExpress. It's online. You fill in a questionnaire. In some cases, you take a picture to prove that you are fat, and then they send your application through to your GP, and then the GP will sign it off or not. In that case, you don't need 4 comorbidities, and you're also in control of your own dosage, really. What do you start on? You start on 2.5, and you work your way up. How long should you be on these dosage? I stayed on each level for around about 2 months. So 2.5, and then 5, then 10. Oh, 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10, 12.5, 15. Now, I only just hit 15 milligrams around about February this year, in which... So that took what, a good 14 months. You don't have to go up each time. So you don't have to do a month of 2.5 and then 5 and then 7.5. In fact, I actively suggest that you keep it as low as possible for as long as possible. The best dose is the most effective, the dose that is effective for you, the lowest effective dose that is effective for you. In other words, if you're at 5 milligrams and you're still losing weight, stay on 5 milligrams. The only reason to go up is if you stall or if you plateau, and even then, try and force your own way through the plateau, because you've got to remember, once you hit 15 milligrams, you're kind of done, right? If you hit 2.5, if you hit 5, and then you plateau, have a look at what you ate that week, that month. Give it a little bit of time. I also noticed I've lost 7 stone, which I now see much more on this camera this week than I did the week before. I've lost 7 stone over the course of 20 months, and I, in the first 6 weeks, lost 2 stone, and then it kind of dropped down like a stone, and then half a stone a month-ish. But in some of those weeks, I didn't lose anything at all. And the thing with that is that your body is programmed to hold on to your weight. Your body is programmed for survival, to deal with starvation and famine. So if you've just dropped 2 stone in 6 weeks, it's going to be like, whoa, hang on, what's happened? Where's the food? Is the crops failing? And it will try everything it can to hold on to that until it can't anymore. So you should really focus on the fact that it's the effect over a course of a month. And the problem is it kind of poisons your brain when you first go on it, because you take the jab and after 2 weeks you've lost like half a stone and you're like, wow. And then every week you're losing 2 pounds and you're like, wow. That when you get to like a year in and you're only losing £2 a month, you're like, oh, I'm a failure. Fucking, you would have loved to lose £2 a month if it was on, the gym, and if it was just calorie counting before. You would have loved to have lost £2 a month on Weight Watchers. Why are you dissing £2 a month on Mounjaro? It's still a loss. I've been going through that problem recently. I'm on the highest dose, 15 milligrams. It's hay fever season, by the way. That's why I'm doing eyes and stuff. I'm on the highest dose, and I've been fluctuating between the same weight on and off for the last 6, 7, 8 weeks. Now, I have been slowly dropping down now. I had surgery in February. I'll ask that question in a second. And I came off the medication, and then I put on a little bit of weight. But then I've come back from 21.5 stone. I'm now 20 stone and 10 pounds. So I'm slowly nibbling. And for me, that's good. It's a pound every couple of weeks at the moment, but that's fine for me. I'm happy with that. I've noticed more off-scale, non-scale victories recently. My face shape has changed again. My body shape has changed again. I even put up some pictures in my recent video. Go and check out a couple of videos back. So yes, surgery. What happened there, Alan? Right. I had a gallbladder problem. Basically, the gallbladder is where all of your bile and stuff is held for when you eat really fatty meals. So if you eat a lot of chicken wings, or if you eat a lot of ice cream, or if you eat a lot of chocolate, your gallbladder is a little kind of pouch that holds a load of bile. And then when your body goes, hey, loads of fat, it spews this bile into your digestive tract, and it kind of breaks down the greasiness of your fatty stuff, and then it helps you eliminate it better. Now, was it the Mounjaro that caused this problem? No. It was basically what causes gallbladder problems is high fat diets, or rapid weight loss. Now, I can't blame the injection for causing gallbladder problems, because what it was doing is it was helping me rapidly lose weight after 25 years of putting on weight. So the gallbladder, if anything, was being used as a punching bag, and it finally gave up. It wasn't even that the gallbladder gave up, it was just that it was throwing out gallstones. And speaking from personal experience, basically these little stones that get trapped in a little pipe going around, if they get blocked, it's really fucking painful. Now, I thought it was just, cramp for a period of time. I thought it was kidney stones, and I thought it was, trapped wind, indigestion. But in February this year, I called for an ambulance, and I was in A&E, and then was in hospital in and out for 2 weeks, where they basically said, no, you've got stones stuck in you. So they went in, they cut out my gallbladder. Now, so was it the GLP-1 that caused this? No. Did it aggravate an existing problem? Yes. Are gallbladder operations a regular thing with GLP-1? No, not regular, but once again, you've got to think, I started at 27 stone. It was my fault that I got to 27 stone. I clearly weren't eating healthy stuff to get to 27 stone. And then I absolutely hammer the weight loss. Who loses 5, 6 stone in 10, 11 months? Who loses that? So I was dumping all that fat through my digestive system, through my gallbladder, in which then it was trying to catch up. Now, could I have done anything to help myself? Yeah, I could have been more hydrated. Yes, I could have taken milk thistle and ox bile and stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, so I've had my gallbladder removed. The next question there is that if I come off the jab, will I put on weight? Yes and no. The jab in itself does a few things. One, it helps your brain, right? GLP-1 is when you're eating food in general. GLP-1 is made naturally in your gut. And what it will do is, after 15, 20 minutes of you eating food, it will send a signal to your brain saying, hey, you're happy now, you're full, you're done, you're cool, right? And for some people, that means that they continue to finish off that last 4, 5, 6 chicken wings, or they clean their plate before they get down from the table because they've been taught that. But basically, the GLP signal goes to your brain. It says, hey, you're done now. Okay. What this jab does is it makes that signal quicker to the brain. It keeps it in your body for longer. So not only do you get fuller quicker, but you stay fuller for longer, no matter how much food you've kind of put in you, which is basically how it works. So it's not that you could eat all of the greasy food in the world and then this jab just allows you to eat it all. It's not like Ally and all of those pills previously where the fat binder just doesn't allow it, you just shit it out. That's not how it works. Basically, it means that if you used to be able to eat a large 8-slice pizza, by around about 2 slices in, your brain goes, oh, you're kind of done now, mate. And you don't force your way through because your brain's like, oh no, okay, I'm actually done. Okay. The second part of a GLP-1 is it slowly changes your digestive process as well. So the food that you do eat goes through your body slower, which means that you feel fuller for longer. It kind of semi-ferments in your body for a bit. If you've eaten something heavy. And then in return, yes, there are side effects of that because it's in your body for longer. You will get a little bit more gas, some cases diarrhea, sulfury burps, eggy burps. And that kind of happens within the first 1 or 2 weeks of you taking the jab. So, side effects. The obvious ones are bloating, wind, diarrhea, general farts. Some people have been a little bit dizzy. Some people have been a bit nauseous. I've not had any nausea. But I'm lucky enough that I work from home. So I was able to control my own kind of sleeping routine. And, if you've got a kind of a bad gut, you'd kind of sit on a sofa. But I've not had any major problems. All of these horror stories of people having paralyzed gut, that's bullshit. If you go a bit too stupid, then yeah, of course you're going to have problems. Injecting, I do mine in my belly, but it's belly, leg, underarm, loose skin. I've not really got any at the moment, right? Maybe kind of a little bit here, but I was a big puffy dude. And after losing 7 stone, yes, there is a little bit of a belly overhang, but that's to be expected. I went up to 27 stone. You're not going to stretch a large balloon and then think of it like a mother's baby paunch. Yeah, they kind of double in size in belly, and then they kind of drop it, and then you got like a mother belly. I've got a mummy belly, but I've still got another 3, 4, 5 stone that I'd love to lose. How much weight are you going to lose on these jabs? Clinically, they say around about 20%. The trials for Mounjaro over a 18-month period, titrating up to the 15 milligrams. The trials after 18 months, they say about 23% body fat. So in my case, I was 27 stone, so that's 2.7 stone, be 5. I should have lost about 5.5 stone in theory on these jabs, and I kind of did. I did lose 5.5 stone in around about 14 months, 15 months, but I've just kept going with these jabs. Should you be on these jabs for life? You can do. Sorry, I didn't really answer the whole if you come off the jab thing. If you come off the jab, will you lose weight? If you come off the jab, will you gain weight? I had my gallbladder removed and I came off the jabs. It's kind of a mindset. So what the jabs do, as I said, is it tells your brain, hey, stop eating. If you've trained yourself into habits, that will help you. Before taking the jab, you would have had bad habits of eating. You would have had takeaway. You would have had portion sizes that have been kind of drilled into your head. if you're being a good boy and girl, some of these habits will still stick around even if you're off the jab. The GLP-1 signal that says, hey, you're full will lessen. But hopefully, I'm much more active now than I ever was when I was at 27 stone. When I started this jab at 27 stone, if I walked more than 100 meters, my back kind of cramped up. Now, could that have been my gallbladder? Maybe. Is it likely that I was just unfit and heavy? Yes. Now, I go and walk all the time. I've got a treadmill that I'm on a regular basis, half hour, 40 minutes every day. Not every day, most days before the 6 weeks holiday of school, but I've been a bit lazy recently. But I plan on being back on it most days. That's my cat. Meow. I plan on being on the treadmill, stroking the kitty. But I'm much more active now because I can be. So will you put on weight? Possibly. Is it down to habits? Yes. Is it down to the jab? Yes. So beware of that. However, at the moment, the jabs are around about £100 per month for 2.5. But there's new medication out there which are like pills, and the copyright that is lapsing soon in some countries like India by the end of this year, end of next year, which will immediately make the jabs much cheaper. Think of the good old blue pill run when it happened like 10, 15 years ago, or it happened to be. When the blue pill first came out, they were supposedly very expensive. I was too young to know. Nowadays, you can get them fairly cheap in most places because the medicinal compound is now generic. So in other words, you could go and get the big brand of Panadol and those kind of things when it comes to painkillers, or you could get like the 70 pence paracetamol from the corner shop. Chemically, they're the same thing. So we're likely to get cheaper Ozempic jabs and Mounjaro jabs soon. Am I planning on stepping up to any other medication? I'm looking at retatrutide. The research that they're doing at the moment shows 25 to 28% weight loss over 16 to 18 months. Can I jump from Mounjaro to retatrutide and lose another chunk of weight? I don't know, but some people are. How am I feeling after losing all this weight? I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. I can truly see the lack of weight on my face and stuff. Like even my double chin's not a doubly chin that much. How much weight did I lose? 7 stone. I've gone from 4XL t-shirts to 2XL t-shirts. I've gone from 54, 56-inch waist down to 48, 50 waist. Would I like to lose more? Yes. Why did I do it? My health is very important, because if I don't look after myself, then I'll be in a situation where I could have a heart attack, or I could put some serious medical damage on myself, in which when the kids are old enough, the kids will either have to look after me or deal without me. And my dad died when he was 47 and I was 16, and I know how much that fucked up my head and my life, and I don't want to do that to my children, especially considering in this case it's all on me. How can you explain to your kids, hey, I know it's really hard, and I know that you're 16, 17, but you're going to have to live through the rest of your life because your dad loved his Chinese food a little bit more than you. I mean, that's fucking brutal. So why did I lose weight? My health. my family, and I want a future. I want to be able to have those moments where I'm sat on that beach at the age of 60, 70, where I know that my kids are safe, that my kids are out there, that I can enjoy the world, but I know that I get to see my kids and I can spend family time. I get to see them grow up. I get to see them enjoy life. I get to see them get married and find partners and have kids of their own. That's what truly matters to me. Hopefully, this deep dive, these frequently asked questions help you. This is frequently asked questions from someone that's actually been on the jab. Answers from someone that's been on the jab for 20 odd months. Tell me your journey. How are you going? What are you doing? What kind of results are you having? What kind of side effects are you having? Or ask me questions. Are you just about to jump on this? Are you going through this? Are you worried about gallbladders? Are you worried about coming off medications? Ask me questions in the comment section down below. And of course, I have a completely free WhatsApp group where everyone that's going through this or wants to go through this or wants to follow the journey joins the WhatsApp group. I'm going to put a QR code here, but also there is a link to the WhatsApp group down below. Go in there, say hello, ask as many questions there as you want in private as well, but there's lots of friendly people. I'm Alan, I'm losing it and have lost a lot of weight on GLP-1. Are you? Cat stroke. Ah, boop.